Hello YouTube, Mr. Pro here, back with another deck for you. Today's deck is Lightsworn. Just run through the deck quickly for you. So first of all, we've got 2 Judgment Dragon, 3 Wulf, 3 Celestia, 2 Lyla, 2 Ryko, 2 Honest and 1 Ehren. We've also got 1 Aurkus, 1 Garoth, 1 Jain, 1 Lumina, Effect Veiler, Glow Up Bulb, Plaguespreader, Necro and Gorz. For the spells, we've got 3 Solar Recharge, 2 Pot of Duality, 2 Gold Sarcophagus, 1 Giant Trunade, Foolish, Monster Reborn, Monster Reincarnation, Charge of Light Brigade, Cold Wave and Dark Hole. And lastly, traps, we've got 2 Beckoning Light, 1 Torrential Tribute, 1 Mirror Force. Okay, just go through some of the ideas about the deck. Judgment Dragon, obviously your boss monster of the deck. 3 Wolves and 3 Celestia. It's optional, you can run 2 Wulf and 2 Celestia, but I feel that Celestia is a real boss card itself. So I like to run 3. I think if you're running 3 Celestia, you should run 3 Wolves. If you're running 2 Wolves, you should run 2 Celestia. I think they work hand in hand together there. 2 Lyla, it's obvious. 2 Ryko. Don't like 3. Just it works fine at 2. The space is a bit hard. I wouldn't put 3 in anyway, to be honest. Honest just goes with the deck, since that it's near enough all light. You need your Ehren in there. Lumina, it's like your boss of Lightsworns. Okay, some of the tech cards here now. So we've got Effect Veiler, which is great because it's light. Works with Beckoning Light. Stops some big plays there. And these 3 cards, you've got Glow Up Bulb, Plaguespreader Zombie, Necro Gardna. All fantastic cards, work from the graveyard. So, and great cards to ditch with Lumina there. So yeah, they deserve a place, especially in the new Glow Up Bulb. It's just working amazing. You might even be really lucky enough to mill a Wulf, or just another Lightsworn for JD food. Gorz, because we don't run many traps in this deck, works really well in this, so that's alright. For the spells, obviously you want to run 3 Solar Recharge, that's a staple. 2 Pot of Duality and 2 Gold Sarcophagus. These are probably the cards, especially Pot of Duality, that have brought Lightsworn back to a really competitive deck. You need to have a successful way to search out your Judgment Dragons early. 2 Gold Sark is amazing for that. Pot of Duality, say you've got a Lightsworn already up there, you might use Pot of Duality, it will net you that Celestia that you need to pop the 2 cards. Or just get you that Judgment Dragon. Because you don't need to summon every single turn on this. Like obviously you've got your Ryko sets or just different plays. So really Pot of Duality at 2 is really well. You can even run 3 on this, but I used to, but I've swapped one of them out for Monster Reincarnation, which is just an amazing card. It gets you back those JDs that have been milled, or the Celestia that you need, or anything. I mean, Lightsworns obviously they've got loads of different effects, so anything you need at the time, Monster Reincarnation does that for you. Okay, Giant Trunade and Cold Wave, they are your back row hate. You can swarm pretty big with Lightsworns, so it's you need to stop their back row, and you go for that 1-turn kill there. Foolish Burial as well, obviously sets you up with that sending that Wulf, but you've got plenty of targets. I mean, like these 3 cards again, you might need to synchro that turn, so you send the Glow Up Bulb or Plaguespreader, or you just might be in a good position where you can just send a Necro there for the hell of it. Okay, Monster Reborn, obviously a staple. Charge of the Light Brigade, your best cards for searching out your Lightsworns. You'll probably want to get a Lumina, but again, it depends on the situation. Okay, trap lineup. This can differ from a lot of decks. I like 2 Beckoning Light, Torrential and Mirror Force. 2 Beckoning Light because of the amazing plays with Honest. I mean, especially if your opponent attacks your face-up Lightsworn and they can see 2 Honest in the graveyard, they're not going to think anything of it. They're just gonna think, oh yeah, excellent, I'm just gonna be able to get over this monster. Then you flip up Beckoning Light, and obviously they can't stop the attack if the number of monsters hasn't changed on the field, and you'll choose your Honests, and then yeah, that's it, you'll just drop your Honest. That's good damage. Okay, so that's my deck there. Just to go through some choices of the side deck. Monster Reincarnation and 3 Royal Decree. Basically, you'll find that a lot of decks may side in, well, they may side in their Light and Prism Mirrors, well, they haven't really seen that in many side decks for quite a while, just because Lightsworn hasn't really been that popular. But if they do, or even Glads, this is fantastic against Glads. I won recently by putting in 3 decrees. Okay, so obviously if you're putting in 3 decrees, you're going to lose your Beckoning Lights. So if you're losing your Beckoning Lights, you need to add your second Monster Reincarnation. Just another way to get them cards from the graveyard to your hand. So basically your swap would be these 4 traps for these 4 cards, which is a fantastic swap. You can, a lot of people may like just to main this off the bat, but I prefer to main these at first and then side into them, so that when they do side into their Light and Prism and Mirrors, it's just a waste of a side for them if I successfully get our Royal Decree first. So that's, for me, it's just better to main that, siding into that. Okay, other side deck choices, especially with 6 AMs coming up, you're going to need these cards. Thunder King Ryko obviously stops a lot of stuff. With gadgets, it will stop the new 6 AMs with their Sheehan Smoke signal, which is going to be also very popular. Apparently it's been confirmed as a rare, so we'll see about that. I'm not too sure yet. Cyber Dragon obviously makes pretty much every side deck if it's not mained. For those machine matchups, it's just too easy to summon. And being light as well, same with Thunder King, being light as well, it fits nicely in the deck and work with your Beckoning Light there. So yeah, Cyber Dragon's in there. I run 2 Breaker, and that is because if they do go for Light and Prism Mirror, you obviously can't use your Lyla to destroy it, so you're going to need something else. And just on a note on that, Breakers are darks. You've already running them 3 darks, so, and you may need to side into DD Crows. So what you can effectively do is side into Twilight into this deck. So Chaos Sorcerer deserves a place in here. Okay, MST again, that will help just get rid of certain back row that you just need to destroy. And Black Shiny, or Shiny Black Sea, is an okay card. I wouldn't mind maining it, to be honest, because it just prevents or stops certain synchros. Unfortunately, it doesn't negate the summon of the synchro, so they could Stardust, and if you use this, you'd be stupid because they could just use their Stardust to negate it. But, for instance, synchros like Yugioh Guardian, Red Dragon Archfiend, Fault Ruler, you can just blow it up straight away. But be aware, because cards like Brionac, if they call priority, they will still get the effect of Brionac. But afterwards, you'll still be able to destroy Brionac. So that's good for that. Just don't use it on Stardust, that'd be stupid. So okay, that's the deck. The deck runs at 42 cards. Really wouldn't advise running it any less than 42. Don't think that, oh, getting every deck as close to 40 is the aim. It's definitely not with Lightsworns. You'll mill, you'll deck yourself out, and 42 just is a really good number. I don't even mind going to 44 in this deck. Like, you know, might main the Shiny Black Sea. Just on that Shiny Black Sea, most of you would have seen that there's a new card coming out called Max C. I think it's just called Max C. Basically, you can send it from your hand to the graveyard during either player's turn, and then however many times your opponent special summons, that's how many you get to draw each time they special summon. So an amazing card. I wouldn't recommend it running it in Lightsworn because, well, you need your cards in your deck so you can mill them. If you start drawing through them, you'll deck yourself out even quicker. But just an amazing card, obviously coming up against the 6 SAM cards, decks and plant singers, almost any deck, because you start counting the amount of times they special summon in one turn. X-Sabers are good for that as well. So you'll get plenty of draws out of that. And you know, you might draw into that Gorz that you need, that Battle Fader, Tragodia, just to prevent them from gaming that turn. So you've earned yourself a load of draw power, and they haven't been able to OTK that turn. Okay, so that's the deck there. Okay, so don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. This is Mr. Yugioh out.